Like I said, we'll call it order. Yes. Okay, I would remind everyone of the City of Perry's staff's core values. It's a strong work ethic, problem solving, community oriented, shows professionalism and integrity, is a team player, is accountable, and is a good steward. And before we start the agenda, just wanted to bring up that longtime employee Jean Dowd passed away this weekend. So it's with sadness we have to report that. She was very instrumental in keeping the McCreary up and running. She brought home a lot of medals and trophies with the swim team and kind of put Perry on the map as a swim center. And she was just a really nice person, and she's going to be missed. And so our condolences go out to the family and their time of sorrow. So anybody has anything that they'd like to say about Jean?
Always there.
Talked to her Friday and she was great.
Always there at the front of McCurry saying hello and yeah,
Yeah.
just a really a nice lady.
Great person and.
Gonna miss
she
her.
touched on a lot of lives in the community and she's known statewide for.
Good. Legacies.
Okay.
And I think, I don't know what level I could see a couple of you, but I'm pretty sure that she, dealt with a lot of people. I know she yelled at me a few times when I was a little kid running around the rec. So if you haven't been yelled at or hugged by Jean, I don't know if you're really a member of the rec center, but definitely great memories and
Gonna miss
will
her.
be dearly missed.
Her breathing every time you walk in.
Okay. So we'll start with the approval of the meeting agenda.
That we approved last meeting agenda.
Or okay, roll call first, I guess.
Yes.
Smaller,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay. Now approval of the meeting
I
agenda.
move that we approve last meeting.
I'll second that.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Andor,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Smaller,
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Okay, next up is the consent agenda. It's the minutes of the May 4th regular city council meeting. There's 6 payments, 4 to Bolton Bank, 1 to Dallas County Local Housing Trust Fund, and 1 to EOC for contract services for a total of $91,388.54. Claims register and financials of $669,092.09. And the Quick Star on First is applying for a retail alcohol license. Police inspection has been completed, but the fire inspection is still pending. So, have a motion, please.
I make motion, we approve the consent agenda.
And I will second.
Further discussion? Roll call?
Klein.
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Smaller,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, we'll turn it over to Sven for city administrators report.
All right, a couple of project updates. Downtown is moving right along. All of the work has been underground with water, sewer, and getting started on storm sewer. So pretty soon here, they're going to be getting away from the First Street and Warford intersection. And pretty soon after that, we'll start to see some subgrade preparation get going and hopefully kind of seeing that train of work moving forward. Pending weather, we're looking at early or mid sometime next week to close down the Second Street intersection so that they can start on that phase of work to be able to keep ahead. But hopefully, I think in a 2-ish weeks around there, as soon as they get storm sewer up to the alleyway between First and Second, they'll be able to move in and start prepping to pave the alley, and then they'll move over to First Street and start paving towards the intersection. I think from the schedule they turned in, we're looking very good to have that intersection done and open for RAGBRAI in July. And then hopefully they can kind of continue that momentum, get Second Street done, and then end on the parking lot. So we just had our progress meeting this afternoon. So after that schedule, walking the site, things like that, Jacob, and others will be doing some door knocking, talking through some details on timing, access, things like that. So. And then just a quick update also, Sumas Avenue, that project should have comments back from the DOT review sometime next week. And then we're looking at the June 1st city council meeting to have that on the agenda to approve the plans and send that out to bid for hopefully awarding that project at the June 30th meeting. And then as quick as possible, getting started on that construction project on Sumas Avenue. So. And then intersection is on the agenda, so we can talk about the intersection portion of that project in that time. But other than that, the airport project is making good progress. They did some soil stabilization. They'll be starting to put down subgrade and sub drains, and we should see that continuing to move forward as well. Getting ready for the 1,500-foot extension of that project. So. Any questions for me?
A little bit going on.
Just a thing or two. See, takes a couple of them to keep up with everything from Bolton and Mink.
Thank you, Sven. Okay, Mayor and council comments. Want to bring up that next Tuesday, 11:30, is another Power Hour luncheon. Haven't been to one. They're very interesting, kind of get up to what's going on around town from 4 different speakers. So it's a lot of fun. You can come for free, or you can put your name in ahead of time, pay $15 and get a box of lunch, eat it while they're speaking. So it's very good. And then another reminder that the Reg Bride Committee is meeting again on this Wednesday. If you want to volunteer for that, there's plenty of opportunities for that. You can either attend meetings or just put your name in at the library or with the chamber, and they'll find something that I'm sure keep you busy during that day in town. So any other council comments? Okay, on to open forum requests. So speakers are asked to step up to the microphone, state their name and address for the record, and you'll be given 3 minutes to address the council. So, open forum.
Mr. Caleb Winey did email over some statements he wanted me to read during open forum. I did forward both comments to the council, so you guys should have all of this in writing, but for the record, I'm going to read everything. To the mayor and members of the Perry City Council, my name is Caleb Winey, and I own the 10-acre property that lies in the Perry City limits and partially in Dallas County out on Park Street. Under the previous city ordinance, I understood that discharging firearms within city limits was prohibited unless authorized by the city council. At that time, I maintained berms and targets on a portion of my property located within the city limits to safely contain bullets while using the range area located on the county portion of the property. Following the recent changes to the ordinance language, which now includes bullets landing within city limits, I received notice from the city of Perry demanding to remove the berms and targets from the city property or face possible fines and penalties due to the rewriting of the law. I want the council and the community to know that I have complied with the city's request. All targets and berms have been removed from the portion of the property located within city limits, and all shooting related activities have been confined entirely to the Dallas County portion of the property. In an effort to ensure full compliance and maintain a cooperative relationship with the city, I have also arranged for the chief of police to inspect the property and verify that the berms and targets have been removed from city property. My goal has always been to act responsibly, safely, and in accordance with local laws. I appreciate the opportunity to address the council and clarify the steps I have taken to comply with the updated ordinance. Respectfully, Caleb Winey, where he indicated the properties, and then it was also, he had Chief Archer sign it as verification. He sent that last week, and then this morning afternoon, he stated, I was able to get a response back from Dallas County Planning and Zoning. I have included the body of the email below, but I have also provided a screenshot of the email from David from Planning and Zoning confirming that there is no business being conducted on my property. If this could please be added to the reading listing my compliance letter, that would be greatly appreciated. Caleb, thanks. Sorry, this is going into the response from David at the Planning and Zoning at Dallas County. Caleb, thank you for the call the other day regarding the notice of violation for the property in Perry. Per our conversation, I understand that this is a range for personal use, which is permitted in Dallas County. However, if for any reason you seek to change to a business use or charge a fee for the reuse of the range, that is considered a significant change in use and would have to go through the approval process of the Dallas County Planning and Zoning Commission. As you stated, this is for personal use for you and friends, and at this time, I consider this matter closed. And again, that was from David Hockett, I think is how you say his last name, and he's the Director of Planning and Zoning with Dallas County. That's all I have.
Thank you, Caleb.
Caleb?
Any other forum?
Regarding, David Crooks, 804 Park Street. Regarding Caleb and what she was just talking about, I want to come tonight and say thank you to everybody. Because it's been pretty peaceful the last couple of weeks. He obviously kind of shut his business down or whatever he did. I kind of wanted to get an update, and I think that's where we're at now. So thanks to everybody.
David, I just wanted to make a comment. That weekend that it was really, really noisy, that happened to have been a family celebration. And so there were quite a few people out there. You had mentioned at one time that there were 6 or 7 cars out there. Those were all.
Every weekend?
What's that?
Every weekend for the last 2 years.
No, just.
I live right beside there, so.
I have met with Caleb since then, and he has assured me that there.
Well, I can
are
tell you-
Celebrations coming up.
The night of the first meeting, he was out there until 11:30 taking the targets down that were in city. So, I mean, he
He's
knew,
complying.
he knew he
working
was,
hard to comply.
because he watched the first meeting and he knew, so, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously he's trying to offer the olive branch. So, I mean, one of the members did tell me that he would not shoot off any more tannerite.
Okay.
That goes a long, long ways.
Yes.
So, I mean, this last Saturday and Sunday to see all the neighbors out working in their yards, and it was nice.
Yeah.
But again, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, David.
Anyone else? Be online?
Three months from 806 Park Street, there was an issue about a bridge at Perkins Park, was that been mitigated, right? Did we close it off or something? As a safety hazard?
Yes. It'll be closed off that we get.
Okay, very good. That was one of my main things, let me get hurt there, okay? Okay,
Thank you.
thank you for your help.
Thanks, Mike. Anything else? Okay, we'll close that. We'll open the next up is a public hearing on proposed contract documents and estimated cost for repair or improvement of a 100-foot parallel taxiway extension. The plans is for the 1,500-foot extension to match the part that's being put in now, and we will open that public hearing at 6:14. To come up and give us an update.
So I'll save, or sorry, Garrett Jacobs will both me. I'll save bid results maybe for the next few items. But yeah, this project will be completing the full parallel taxiway for the full 5,500-foot runway. 4,000 foot is being reconstructed currently, and then this last portion. Same pavement section, aircraft fleet mix and everything that we used for 4,000 foot will be applied here. Most of the project is grading, paving, and lighting, nothing crazy. Probably one of the more, say, simpler projects of the 10 that were involved with this whole complex. but it'd be nice to kind of get this one wrapped up, so. We're expecting pending grant application submission to have an agreement back this fall. Don't know when, always err on the side of caution and assume it's gonna be later. And so the construction timeframe for this will probably be, it's set for next spring. If for whatever reason there's any, it's in next month or something like that. The way that everything's written.
That's the 35-foot wide roads. Exactly right. Which will match up with reconstructed.
Yes, yeah, and the FAA stuff for is the reconstructing runway 1432 into parallel taxiway 4,000 foot. It's not a runway.
Right.
But it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. That's how they write the program.
The area formerly known as,
Formerly known as this.
Questions, comments? Anybody else have anything they wanna say about this? Okay, we'll close the public hearing at 6:18. And we'll move on to old business, which item A is a resolution approving the award for the 1,500-foot parallel taxiway extension. We're open on May 14th. We received 5 bids total. Estimate was 1.6 million, and all came under that. So the proposal is to award to Peterson, his contractors, out of $1,209,005. Leaves us with $79,500. Motion, please.
Make a motion, we accept bid from Peterson Contractor. Actually,
I'll second that.
This is, sorry,
go-
this, just a reminder, this would be contingent upon the grant application and, or sorry, grant application is the next one, but award and a contract from them.
and for the record and media, I am no relation to Peterson Contractors, Inc. So there is no nepotism in that.
That you're aware
Who knows?
They done work for the city before?
So they are actually a subcontractor for the 4,000-foot taxiway project right now. They're the dirt sub or
They're doing essentially everything, a lot of the other stuff except for paving.
everything but paving. So they'll be the prime contractor on the extension, and then CTI might, maybe could be
It
the,
could just be flip flopping.
Yeah.
One's the sub one.
but also, great bid from PCI, but then also the two next, lowest were within, what was it, less than 3,000? It was like $2,500 of each other. So very, very tight bidding, and even between the low and second low is only 30,000. So pretty tight grouping.
In general, it's been a really great year for,
So
everybody's still super pumped. Hopefully that continues.
everybody knock on wood for Sumas Avenue. Yep. Goes out June 1st. So. So.
Roll call.
Walling,
Yes.
Mahler.
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, item B is a resolution approving the formal submission of an application. AA eligible funds airport improvement project. 300-foot parallel taxiway extension project, total cost of $1,590,000 with local share.
I move that we approve the formal submission of an application to the FAA for eligible funds the Airport Improvement Program, AIP.
Now I will second.
Discretionary funded grant, so as with any of those projects, no matter what it is, there's always a chance. That's never happened for me, that's never happened. If they program a project. So that comes in 95%. So if this is the, as far as legislation goes, 95% for the last year. They'll come back next year and let us know. 90 or 95. Includes independent fee estimate, any advertising fees, design and construction engineering.
Further comments? Roll call?
Andor,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Smaller.
Yes.
Walling.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Okay, item C is a resolution approving a temporary construction easement and permanent drainage easement. Marco Properties LLC on Eagles Avenue. One we tabled last. Signed off in time for the meeting, but.
Motion to approve item C, resolution approving a temporary construction easement and permanent drainage easement.
Second.
This is going from the east to the west.
North to south, and then, yeah, this is
East to west.
to west. So this is, item C and D, both, for all of them easements for, Marco Properties parcels. So the red, hash lines up here are the permanent utility easement, then the pink is the grading easement and green is the permanent utility easement or permanent drainage easement. And really in discussions with the trustees of Lamar's estate, they decided that they would prefer just having a drainage way or kind of a swale across that farm instead of underground pipe. Just kind of in a, not necessarily knowing how this may specifically develop in the future. Kind of saving that for a future phase if it would ever develop to be able to align, other infrastructure with.
So it's an above ground drainage.
Yep, so it'll come out of our storm sewer off of Sumas Avenue and then flow on the surface to the existing drainage way. So that's this item and the next item combined.
Any questions, comments? Okay, roll call?
Shelley,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Smaller.
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, item D is a resolution approving a permanent public utility easement. Again, on Marco Properties or as. Yes, so could I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to pass a resolution approving permanent public utility easement.
I'll second that.
Need any further discussion?
That's that narrow area on the.
Yep. Which gives us a official, kind of helps us widen out the space we have in the right of way. This will help SIPCO put in their poles coming off of 141 to the new Guthrie County REC substation. So this just kind of helps give a little bit more wiggle room for our road, is storm sewer on the side, and then our trail as well on the east side of the road. So, and then gives us a little bit of wiggle room in case we ever need to extend other infrastructure up through that easement to the north and under 141.
Is that primarily for electrical? They're gonna be.
Currently, it's for electrical. I think gas will be coming in a different way. We decided
Currently.
you never know what tomorrow will hold.
Is it for electric?
Currently, that is the immediate need for this easement is for electrical. In the future, this has been an identified as a route for a possible relief line or expansion of capacity for the east side of town. So it was also planned to have room for that if the need should ever arise, so that we don't have to go back to them. Any further questions?
And this will be above ground pole.
Yes. Yep. Anything else, Councilman Mahler?
Shockingly, no. Okay. Roll call, please.
Walling,
Yes.
Baller.
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, item E is a resolution approving a professional services agreement with Bolton and Mank for the Willis Avenue and Highway 141 intersection improvements. It's for the design work for that intersection, and it would be an amount not to exceed 420,000 without prior approval and as per the current rate schedule. A motion, please.
Make a motion, we approve a professional service agreement with Bolton and Mink for the Willis Avenue and Highway 141 intersection improvements.
I'll second.
Discussion.
So very first step in, well, not the first step. First step in the actual design process, working towards actually having a design for the intersection improvements. Last Tuesday, the DOT Commission did approve the amended grant application for a roundabout at Highway 141 and Willis Avenue. So the first thing, kind of the first to do item on our list is getting with the DOT to kind of work out what public engagement needs to happen throughout this process, and then what the DOT's responsibilities or capacity is, and what the city and Bolton Mink will need to take care of. So kind of depending on how that comes out in conversations with Jacob, instead of including any extravagant public outreach or visualizations or anything like that, if we do need to get to that, we'd come back and amend this agreement to include that. So.
Roll call, please.
Mahler,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, on to new business. Item A is a resolution setting a public hearing for the fiscal year 2026 budget amendment. And that would be held on June the 1st, beginning at 6 p.m. in the Clarion Room right here at 1102 Willis Avenue. So could I have a motion, please?
Make a motion, we pass a resolution setting a public hearing for the fiscal year 2026 budget.
I'll second that.
And Susie's not here, but we're not really discussing it tonight, but she did include a number of things in the packet, so everybody can read up ahead of time, but pretty straightforward, it seems. So further discussion?
This thought it will not affect a levy rate. Always likes to state that.
Okay. Roll call.
Walling.
Yes.
Mahler.
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, item B is resolution approving a professional services agreement with Bolton and Mink for planning and zoning services. This would be at a discounted rate of $110 per hour for the first 20 hours of general planning services. Yes, that services each month. Their standard rates applying after that. This is basically to fill in, spend a little bit of break, take over some of the duties that Molly used to do. So could I have a motion, please?
I move that we approve a professional services agreement, Bolton and Mink for planning and zoning service.
I'll second.
All right. We do have new Molly, also known as Trey. So Trey is with Bolton Mink as one of their planers. Trey also provides a service to Windsor Heights full-time. Yep. So kind of taking over some of the planning and zoning administration items that Molly would have been doing. So kind of managing development processes, keeping those on track, all that kind of stuff. And then just kind of general assistance with our zoning code, zoning map, whatever else weird things come up to pick his brain on, which I have a whole list to dump on him. So yeah. So we do in the budget, we did not include all of what Molly's salary was, so we do have a line item budgeted for professional services to kind of fill this list of responsibilities from that position. So any questions? And when somebody from Bolton and Mink first really starts working in town, I try to embarrass them as much as possible. So I would like to invite Trey up to the microphone to provide a little bit of background and introduce himself. And any other icebreaker questions that council may have.
I was prepped for this. Hi, everybody. My name is Trey Rouse. I'm a community planner with Bolton and Mink. I've been with Bolton and Mink about 4 years. My career is about 7 years, spanning anywhere between zoning code updates, comprehensive plan writing, daily planning services like we alluded to earlier, all the way to aviation planning, where I first started my career. So I provide daily planning services for 3 communities currently, whether that's in a full capacity for the last 4 years for Windsor Heights, inadvertently for Van Meter, and then when there are gaps or large special projects for communities like Marshalltown. So very excited to be here and be able to assist in some of the planning and zoning, either issues or just site general day-to-day needs that the community has.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Do you see any issues that might be coming up here that you caught your eye?
I had some conversations with Molly when she was originally looking through. I think getting the zoning map fully updated is a big thing. Being able to have that accurate is a major first step. So that would be number 1.
Good, thank you. Welcome.
Good.
Sounds good, thank you.
And also, I think same class or around
Same class as Molly.
same class as Molly from Iowa State. So new Molly in more than one way. There you go.
Several ways. Thank you.
Thanks.
For the discussion. We'll have roll call.
Andor,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Mahler.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Okay, item C is a resolution set to public hearing on franchise agreement with Guthrie County Rural Electric Cooperative Association. Again, it will be on June the 1st at 6 p.m. here in the Clarion Room at a regular meeting. It's for proposed 25-year franchise, 4% to match the same as we have with Alliant right now. So have a motion, please.
I make a motion, we set a public hearing on a franchise agreement with the Guthrie County Rural Elective Cooperative Association.
I'll second.
And when Liz is done writing, I might need her memory on timeline, but I think after we have the public hearing, we'll approve the franchise agreement that will go to the Guthrie board for approval and then send out 30-day notice. So hopefully September or October, depending on when they do payments. I was close. I will defer to Liz for the schedule.
So we'll set the public hearing. You'll have your first ordinance reading because it is an ordinance. That'll be all on the June 1st meeting. The second meeting in June, which is double check. It's 15, 15, 16, 15. Thank you, 15. Yeah. We will have, I will put it on the agenda like I do with many things, second reading, possible third reading, if the council so chooses to waive the rules and hold the third reading on the 15th. We'll be able to get that back to REC for their board meeting where they will approve it. And then, hopefully by July 1st, they can have their letters out, which gives a 30-day notice for the fee to start getting collected in August. But if you guys don't do the third reading on the June 15th meeting and it goes into July, then we'd be on the September timeline. It just backs everything up about a month.
Fantastic.
Same process as the other ones. So the revenue purpose statement's the next item. It is specific to REC, so Alliant has their own chapter with their revenue statement specific to Alliant, and this will be their own chapter specific to REC. They are identical, just different company names.
Same, only different.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mahler.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Shelley.
Yes.
Walling.
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, item D is a resolution approving and adopting the revenue purpose statement for expenditure of fees, revenues from an electric system franchise fee. So pursuant to subsection or section 364.2, subsection 4F of the Iowa Code. So could I have motion, please?
Make a motion, we pass a resolution approving and adopting a revenue purpose statement for expenditure of fee revenues from an electric system franchise fee.
I'll second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Walling.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Shelley.
Yes.
Mahler.
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, item E is approval of appointment for the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board. Mr. TJ Malem has submitted to take on a 3-year term that would end on 5/19/2029. He has showed interest in supporting the community through volunteering. So, a motion, please.
I move that we approve the appointment for Park and Recreation Advisory Board in the name of Mr. TJ Malem.
I'll second.
Discussion.
One of our
Thank you.
very new residents in town and already has 2 items on the agenda. Love it.
Okay, roll call, please.
Andor.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Shelley.
Yes.
Mahler.
Yes.
Walling.
Yes.
Okay, item F is a resolution approving addition to the fire department roster. Fire Chief Grayson Hill is requesting that Mr. Timothy TJ Malem approve his application for the volunteer fire department. So could I have a motion, please?
Make a motion, we pass a resolution approving the addition to the fire department roster of a Timothy Malem.
I'll second that.
Any discussion on this one?
And we want to thank him for volunteering.
Thank you.
Good job, TJ.
And we're still below we would like to have as our maximum number on the volunteer roster.
Yep. So this would put us at 25 out of 40 allowed on the roster.
Ways to go.
So I think everybody around the table is a member or a resident of Perry, if anybody would like to volunteer for the fire department. I've seen you drive.
That's
Okay. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Walling.
Yes.
Mahler.
Yes.
Shelley.
Yes.
Klein. Yes. Andor.
Yes.
Okay. Concludes our old business. We will move on to ordinances. So item A is the first reading for an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances, chapter 136.20 sidewalk regulations, water spouts. So this is to the name from water spouts to water over the sidewalks. This is included amending the language within the subsection, and this is the first reading. We need a motion for that, okay? Could I have a motion, please?
I make a motion that we do the first reading for an ordinance amending the code of ordinances, chapter 136.20, sidewalk regulations, water over sidewalks.
I'll second that.
Is that a problem, Joe?
Joe?
Yeah, it is. I mean, we've had instances where I've had to have Mark Colton involved and when Molly was here. Where people's sub pumps or downspouts will go over the sidewalk. And then it will get slimy or whatever, and it just creates a liability, but we can say to them before, hey, can you not do that? But now it sets it in there too. And especially in the wintertime too, with ice and preventing a fall or something like that. So we're just trying to eliminate that and have something that we could have a backbone on.
So if they find that they're in non-compliance, their option is to go under and out to the curb?
Or
What's the
feed it back into
option?
the yard.
Or put it back into the yard.
Put it
or
back into the
whatever, yeah.
It's an option.
Josh, does water over sidewalks include to the street? Took a walk last week and I saw several of them going actually to streets, like not near.
That'll be the
storm
next
sewers.
item.
Okay.
Further discussion? Okay, roll call?
Walling,
Yes.
Mahler,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay. And as we discussed, we will wait and have the second and possible third reading at our next meeting. Item B is the first reading for an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances, Chapter 135, Street Use and Maintenance. This would be for Section 135.16, discharge of water onto streets, and it would stop the discharge of water from sump pumps or similar devices onto the street. Can I have a motion, please?
Make a motion, we do the first reading for an ordinance amending the code of ordinance, chapter 135, street use and maintenance.
Second that.
Okay, and what this one does is basically says you can still put it out in the street, but from November 1st till April 15th, you cannot. And that is something that I've gotten from other cities. And the only reason is that there's several places in town where their sub pump goes out in the street. And we will literally have to spend hours there and bring salt and scrape and salt and scrape and salt and scrape. Get that up. I mean, there's places where you hit it and it's a safety hazard. So, we're just saying in the wintertime, can't happen. It's just, for people's safety, for accidents, for anything, we're just trying to eliminate that. What this code does do is, ideally, if somebody can put it into a sub pump line, a storm line or whatever, that's fine. If that's available, we cannot afford to go run a sub pump line, storm lines up and down all the places. So, best option is to put that out on your own property, like in a French drain type situation. The other thing that this does is say there's a sub pump and, they're pumping down the street and it's going downhill and it's going to their neighbors, in front of their house or something that's full of slime and mosquitoes and all that stuff. The building official or myself can temporarily or permanently tell them you can't have that. It's if it creates a safety hazard or a nuisance, we have the authority to do that. So it's just giving us a little bit of something that we can do.
Is there any way that they can be notified? Because a lot of them aren't gonna be minutes.
Nope.
And from November to April, it's a
Yep.
long time, especially in our area.
Yep. Your area is one. I do get a text message often from somebody up your way. Which is totally fine. Yes, the idea is probably in July, we're gonna drive around and we know where these are at. And then we'll probably do like a mailing or whatever we have to do or try to publish this out. Whatever we can do, but I do have a reminder in my calendar to do all that. And
I
thanks
think
for-
of one,
Yeah.
I think of one house there. 8th and Otley, and I see it coming out. Going east on Otley. Then crossing 8th and going north. Into a storm drain. So that would be. Out of.
Yeah. It's gotta, if you can tie it, we've had places where people go on the street, somebody calls and go. Have it going here, but like 10 feet away is a storm tank or storm line, like. Then you don't have an issue. So, I know right where you're talking about. We were probably up there 10 times this winter. So, but. And thanks to Liz, because Liz helped me do all this. Dwayne reviewed everything, so I'll make it quick here, so.
What's the font? What's the font? Is there a font?
Municipal
Like,
infraction.
municipal infraction.
This-
Is that kind of what you were getting at?
Further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mahler.
Yes.
Walling.
Yes.
Shelley.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay. And again, we'll have second possible third reading on that one at our next meeting also. Item C is a first and possible final reading for an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances, chapter 41.08, Public Health and Safety, discharging weapons. This basically says that it is unlawful to discharge weapons in the city limits or the projectile entering the city limits. So makes it perfectly clear that you can't have the targets within the city limits, even if you're shooting from outside of those. So that motion, please.
Make a motion, we do the first reading for an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances, chapter 141.0. Health and safety discharging weapons.
I'll second.
Discussion.
So this, do you want to talk or? Okay,
Mayor, Neil.
okay, yep.
Or.
Have roll call, please.
Walling.
Yes,
Mahler.
Yes.
Shelley.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
I make a motion that we suspend the rules. Final reading.
I'll second that.
Further discussion on that? Okay. When you're ready, roll call.
Yeah. Walling.
Yes.
Mahler.
Yes.
Shelley.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, then we would like to have a final reading for an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances, chapter 41.08, Public Health and Safety, discharging weapons. If I could have a motion, please.
Make a motion, we do the final reading for an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances, chapter 41.08, Public Health and Safety, discharging weapons.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion?
Mahler.
Yes.
Walling.
Yes.
Shelley.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, that was final item on the agenda, and I don't have anything else, so we will adjourn. You all, really appreciate it.